You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
And we're happy to be with you today and hope you're having a
wonderful day.
Yeah, a good day. We're
tired.
For those of you that are grandparents out there, and we've been grandparents for
2 years.
2 years. I think we talked about this before. We were talking about how when you're young, a little bit younger, if your kids have kids
when you're a little bit younger, yeah,
then you seem to kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but my mom was young.
We grew up with our kids, and then your mom was very, very young, in her 40s when we had ours.
So we have our grandchild, Beckett Allen, is our second grandchild who was born, and he is just a little thing, 6 pounds, 6 ounces.
He was 15 ounces,
yeah.
6 pounds, 15 ounces when he was
but
born.
Then
he lost a little.
Yeah, but anyway, so we're excited. But we had Fenn for 4 nights, 3 days, because it started Tuesday night,
Wednesday,
and then we didn't go Sunday, and then we are going to go back the next couple of days. And because she had a C-section and she needs the help, and we're glad to be able to do that.
She won't be able to pick up Fenn for quite some time because he's quite heavy.
Yeah, he is. He's, it's funny because, I remember Fenn being premature and not being able to come home until he was, 6 pounds. But now that, Beckett's here, he's 6 pounds. So we're kind of fast forward a little bit, and then you see Fenn, he's like a monster compared to.
Yeah,
it's just
Beckett.
It's really, but we're really blessed, and we're just so thankful that everybody's okay, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be helping out a lot. So trying to do that and then do this, and I want to thank some people that have commented on our that have said, we really enjoy listening to you. It really means a lot because there's times when you feel like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? It's fun. I like doing this.
Oh, yeah. It's fun. If when things are calm, it was real nice because then it's nice.
So we're going to bring some people on. We're going to ask some people because we can do this on the phone. If they don't want to come over or whatever, they can call us up and we can do a short little, like a half hour with them and then a half hour just when other stuff. So we're going to start doing that. I think that
I
really
wonder how
helped
the
me
word is getting out because, I didn't know.
Well, I put these little.
Did you put them out?
I put these little every
on your
week.
Radio station.
No, I do it through Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, okay.
And they're hearing these little tidbits of things that we talk about, and you try to find the interesting, things that something's funny or when we did the gooch grease, that really seemed to hit a nerve for a lot of people. But coming up today, we're going to talk about.
Wonder if Josh heard it.
I doubt it. 3 words we can't stand. We'll talk about that. Some people are having cubicle stress if you're in the office. A lot of people don't want to go back to the office.
A lot of people are quitting their jobs to not go back to the office.
They do not want to go back in. And then we're going to, I have a couple things, something about your resume, but I can't read my own writing, which is really bad. And then things we like as adults but hated as kids. We're going to do this little survey that was on here. We'll talk about that, see if we kind of agree with
the survey
with that.
Okay.
But we're going to start with young people waste a lot of food. But I don't think it's just
a lot of everything.
I don't think it's just young people though.
I think everyone.
Yeah. This study they did said the young adults tend to waste a lot of food, and the reason that seems to be that they have no idea they should try not to waste food. So in the study, some participants said they had not been told they need to care about not wasting food. Apathy was another problem, according to the study.
Yeah, I don't think people are raising their kids anymore. Like, I remember I used to make a leftover stew.
Yeah.
Like, if I had chicken, smothered chicken left over, and it had some vegetables in it, I would put that in. And then if I had rice or noodles or something, I'd put that in. I would just get chicken broth and make chicken leftover stew. And I would put chicken and vegetables and noodles and rice and whatever was left over. And I would make a homemade bread with it or something. And
Well, you can do what my mom does. My mom puts everything in a salad. Whatever's left over, she puts in a salad. I mean, that'll take care of your leftovers. And she doesn't do it the same day. She does it the next day. But he said apathy was another problem. According to the study, young people they surveyed either didn't think wasted food was worth caring about or they had no control over the problem. Studies suggest that we waste about 31 to 40% of the country's more than any other in the country. We waste that much food more than any other country. Well, a lot of countries are starving.
Yeah, and a lot of people in this country weren't brought up poor and had food in their house all the time. So they don't realize what it is like to go without.
Right, and some people don't understand there are people in this country
that don't
are
have
going
food.
hungry.
Right, yes.
That averages out to 1,200 calories per person per day, which is enough to feed a small child. A sad statistic when you remember that 12 million children in the U.S. lack reliable access to food. A lot of people don't like leftovers. I wish there was a way, I guess there is, you could take it to your local Goodwill, or not Goodwill, but like a food kitchen.
I don't know, but the leftovers I don't think they take.
Well, it depends on, I don't know. They've taken some of
We used
ours.
to make soup for our kitchen. And they'll take they take the day old bread and stuff from different stores and stuff.
My mic is falling. Can you tell? It's falling as we're talking. I can't find a stand that will just stay. Yours is perfect. Yours is the cheaper one.
Oh, really?
Yes, that is the cheaper. So hold on, folks, while I try and say something nice.
Okay, I'll say something nice.
So here, okay, I think I got it now, but it's just crazy. That is the Amazon special, and it's not moving for you at all.
Yep.
And here I have a little bit more because I wanted something that would hold a heavier mic. This is a heavier mic. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But wasted food, anyway, it is something that I have issues with. We eat leftovers. A lot of people don't like leftovers.
We do eat leftovers, but there's always that one container that got shoved to the back and you didn't know what it is. And when you open it, it's not edible anymore. You know?
I don't know. Today, you seem to, she was pulling out stuff that we had from picnics. And the one thing that the fruit, and you were still eating the grapes out of it. I'm sorry, but if you're in the bathroom tonight, we'll know exactly why. I'm telling you right now. Because I don't know how. You said, the grapes are still good. But the honeydew had mold on it. White little specks.
It was just little fermented. It was making wine.
And she was eating the grapes. So next podcast, we might do one tonight when she's in the bathroom. Food you shouldn't eat.
You're not putting me on there
when it's got mold on there.
I don't eat mold. I don't eat the mold.
Yeah, but it was in the same container as the honeydew. That's what I'm saying. It does scare me when we find things in the back of the refrigerator.
And you don't know what they are.
And you forgot about it because it's been back there. We do try to eat. Like today was kind of a leftover day. We try to clean
out the refrigerator once a week.
Yes. And that's called cleaning out your system at the same time because you don't know exactly what you're putting in. So you put it in.
I think we got all the picnic food and anything that was from that weekend out of there today. And anything left from Fenn being here because we ate the peas too.
Yeah, we had him for a couple of days, and he's a great eater.
Oh, he is. For a 2-year-old, he's a wonderful eater.
Num-nums? Num-nums. See, when you say num-nums, although today was a little bit, his whole
breakfast routine
was off. Everything was
off.
off.
Because she told him you were coming, and they were sitting on the porch waiting for us, and then we got in construction and sat there. And
well, we got in. We sat on the ramp to get off the green tree because people try to go around all the traffic because they're idiots. Yeah, you heard me. You're idiots the way you drive. So that held us up, and then we got into the construction. But it wasn't too bad.
No, we didn't have to sit there that long, but it could have been worse because only 3 or 4 cars could fit around that corner.
Yeah.
And then you would have heard some because someone would have blocked the intersection at some point.
I want you to think about this, and we'll come back to it, but I want you to find out what kind of snacker you are. So this will give you time to think. Are you, as far as a snacker, a squirrel, a vulture, or a gopher? So if you want to know the styles, I'll tell you what the squirrel. A squirrel is someone that stashes away their
And
food.
eats it for later.
Gophers kind of run to the machine,
I do that, and then I forget it's in
and
there.
then for
5
them and
months
for other
later,
people.
it's expired.
And then vultures, or you just grab anything that's left over lying around the house. So figure out which one you are of
I'm a
that. I'm
squirrel.
going to think about. You're already a squirrel?
Well, because I've like gotten the barbecue chips, and then they've gotten outdated.
Well, yeah. Well, it says 89% of working men and women snack during their shift. Well, yeah, I don't want to, but there's
That's
snacks
at
all over the
home,
house,
yeah.
all over work. There's M&Ms. When there's Three Musketeers, that's
I
my
started putting my weight
kryptonite.
back on, and I really need to quit snacking, and it's hard.
It
When,
is tough.
during picnic season. So now picnic season's over, so I'm hoping that I can buckle down here in the next couple weeks and start to.
If they would make sugar foods taste like food that's healthy for you, maybe we wouldn't be so fat. Because the sugar foods are so freaking good. I mean, I'm sitting here. We're downstairs. We're in our new studio, if you will, and the freezer's right here. And there's some dark
Klondikes.
chocolate Klondikes that are calling my name. My mom didn't buy one; she bought two.
2 packages.
2 packages.
So they're saying, "Ron,
Yeah.
Ron,
And
come
they are.
eat me."
You're talking about the
Klondikes.
The Klondikes, yeah. 89% of working men and women snack during their shift. Most chew in 3 different styles.
Chew.
It's chew. And that's the squirrels, gophers, vultures. 36% are squirrel. You said you were, did you say squirrel?
I did, because when I buy something for home, like say I want it, like I like honey barbecue chips, then I stash them up in that cupboard.
Oh, just here alone. Yeah. They're
And
still
then
up there.
I forget and then sometimes they're outdated when I go to get them. Like,
Yeah, they are. But I mean, chips, if we're only talking about a month or two,
yeah. Well,
chips kind of last.
yeah,
to
those
me.
do. But what did I open and it was stale? I opened something and it was
Graham
stale.
crackers. We've done that before.
Yeah, I mean, there was something I got that I really wanted, and it was not good when I opened it. I forget
can't
what it
remember
was.
what it was.
It was just lately.
I don't remember what it was. 36% of squirrels. They stash away snacks to last throughout the day.
Well, see, mine.
Yours is
it's
more like the year.
Yeah,
25% are gophers
or a month.
who run to the snack machine for themselves and others. So they're ready to go. And who wants what? I'm going to the snack machine.
See, and I don't. I take it at school, and I would say I was really a squirrel for work too, because I had granola bars and that. I've always carried something because there's some diabetics around. That way, I would have something sweet in case someone was having a low sugar day.
Right.
And I've done that for kids and other people in my drawer. I always keep something, so I always have it there, and I don't usually eat it.
And 11% are vultures who grab leftover snacks just that lay around the office. I'm not a vulture. Although,
but when they bring in a fresh
when
baked
there's a
donuts,
donut,
when they're fresh
man.
baked donuts, you just have to vulture it, don't you?
Yeah, especially, well, the good ones always go first.
Yeah.
So the Bavarian and the cream ones,
The Vanilla Angels.
they're gone. And then you have,
So you have to get that before everyone gets them.
yeah, I got to grab those first. And then I like the glazed,
Oh yeah, you like.
and they always have maybe a cinnamon type bun.
Oh yeah, and we like them.
Those,
We like too many of them.
I could probably name the ones I don't like better than I can name the ones I do like.
Yeah, and see, I like the blueberry ones.
See, you like,
and I like the chocolate,
cake.
the cake ones. I like the blueberry, then the chocolate cake, with the chocolate icing on them. I like them.
Yeah, the cake donuts, I don't mind those. They're not on top of my list, but I would eat, if it's there, I'll eat it. I don't like a jelly-filled donut. I don't like them.
And so every once in a while, I like a jelly
Do
fill
you?
with the
It's not my-
raspberry
That's the one that I...
or lemon. Sometimes every once in a while, I don't. Those are not my go-tos most of the time. But when I get in the mood, I like them.
Because I'll see one, I think, ooh, there's one of those cream not Bavarian, but the other type of white, the
white cream,
and I'll bite into it, and I get this jelly,
and you're like, "Ew, they ruined this donut."
My taste buds are like, "What?" Because I'm expecting, and I'm oozing.
The sugary.
I'm sure, yeah. Jelly's sugary, but it's just not what I wanted. So yeah, if I had to pick Bavarian, that's my number one. That's my go-to. We always, what are they called? The Boston cream, right?
Yeah,
Is that what
Boston
they call
cream or Bavarian donuts.
And then I don't mind the, so I don't know what the white cream.
Vanilla Angels. They usually call them.
Those are good too. Now you got me hungry for
Chocolate
donuts.
Angels.
So ladies and gentlemen, what are you? Are you a squirrel, a gopher, a vulture? Are you one of those ones that like to just grab the leftovers? I don't like, we were talking about leftovers before, and I like to try and eat them. I try to get them out of the fridge if we can. I don't like to waste food.
A lot of times when we're both working, we take them for lunch. We'll put, like, say there's stir fry left. I'll put it in containers, and we grab it and take it for lunch the next day.
Right.
And then it's gone, and we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
When we quit eating so much lunch meat. Once you had surgery, I quit buying lunch meat altogether. Maybe twice since you've had that surgery have I bought lunch meat.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of.
Every once in a while, I'll buy a little bit of salami or a little bit of something just because we have a hankering for it. But most of the time, we do not buy lunch meat. I'll buy the chicken breasts, or I'll buy something that we can make a sandwich with like that. But
yeah.
Or ham. Like if you have a ham and you have leftovers, I'll freeze it in baggies to get out and make a sandwich. But we don't buy the lunch meat.
Sometimes the lunch meat goes bad on me too if I don't eat it every day, and I don't like to eat it every day. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you too, and I didn't write it down. Something we're going to talk about. We'll save this for a little bit later. 4,000 Americans are hospitalized each year with this. And this is...
Eating leftovers out of the fridge.
No, it's not. Yeah, I think some of these people wish that. Wait till you find out what it is. I'm sure you wouldn't be able to guess. I was really shocked by that. So that's coming up. So don't go. We're going to talk about that. First, I want to talk about things we wouldn't change. Most adults, in fact, 8 out of 10 of us are self-proclaimed creatures of habit. Now, I remember RJ. RJ did not like to have things changed around. Was it RJ? One of our kids did not like to have change. He didn't like us moving things around or changing out. I thought it was RJ for some reason. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
I think it might have been.
Didn't like change. Certain things we might have moved
like
furniture.
Because we moved them here and then we moved them back there.
Yeah, maybe someone didn't like the change part. But we are creatures of habit. And some of the things we wouldn't want to change. Now, thinking about you, Terry, and I'm thinking about me. Think about the things that now some of this you don't do anymore. But what you would not want to change. Maybe something that you've relied on. It's your go-to.
Something about myself.
Like something you do. Like something you do for yourself on your routines or like, things you wouldn't want to change.
Lately, I haven't been doing my stretches, and I really need to do.
You talk about that a lot, yes.
And I do have a very good routine. And lately, with all the supplements I've been on, I haven't been able to fall asleep and get up, and I'm not getting myself up and doing my exercise, my back stretches and strengtheners like I should. And I need to get back in that habit of getting up right after you and doing that.
So you would say staying in that routine of getting back into the routine that you've kind of gotten out of on purpose, but because of us being so busy, we've kind of...
and having fun here and
Well, I'm going to give you, there's 5 of them. So I'm going to give you number 5, and maybe this will help, give you an idea.
These are things we don't want to get out.
Things we don't want to change.
Okay.
Number 5 is sports teams that I support. He doesn't want to change.
Yeah, you don't
They want to
change
keep
them.
the same teams.
Sports teams, yeah.
Number 4, they don't want to change the side of the bed that they sleep on.
This is true. Have we ever?
Well, on vacation, we kind of got flip-flopped. And it felt weird.
But then I slept good.
But you slept. Maybe we should try that. I don't know. You think that'll make you, because you haven't been able to sleep.
I know lately I haven't.
So, you've been reading, thinking reading
would help me sleep.
and it's not working. You're just not sleeping. Are you thinking about something? Are you worried about retirement? Are you?
I don't feel like I am.
I don't think so.
I do need to make a letter and progress in these things, but it's hard to when you're not home.
So sports teams, number 5, side of the bed, I sleep on number 4. Some other things we wouldn't want to change is their friends. I like to get new friends, create new friends.
Remember, I always have room for a new friend.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, there were certain times in my life where I needed a new friend and they just showed up, like a new neighbor
happens
moved in, or
friends are important.
Mm-hmm.
I told you when you retire, you need 16 friends.
And I'm like, okay, I'm low on the
well,
friend
you've got
side.
2. We got 2 in Fenn and now Beckett. He'll be your buddy.
Yeah, they're going to be my tiresome buddies, though.
So that's number 3.
I need someone I can relax with, not chase.
You're going to be chasing. That's true. Number 2 is preferred supermarket. They don't want to change their supermarket. But we go to so many different markets, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we do.
We've changed up. Aldi's is, I hate Aldi's, but you like Aldi's. It's okay.
Well,
actually, it's not bad now. It's just, sometimes you have it. Sam's Club's getting to be a pain in my butt too because
we get used to something we like something and they stop carrying it.
Those ice creams that they used to have, Sam's Club, if you're listening, used to have these double chocolate little ice cream bars
Wasn't
that
it like
had
toffee,
caramel.
And then it was toffee and then chocolate.
There was caramel in there too.
And there was it was a little ice cream bar, like a 2-ounce
like a mini
size.
bar. It was so good, and you just stop bringing it in.
Yeah.
You're a pain in the butt when you do that stuff. I don't know. I mean, it was a Members Mark, so it was their brand. Mm-hmm. It was so good.
I'm trying to think. There's been other things they quit doing. Those quinoa chips.
Yeah. The quinoa chips, that we were buying.
Oh, they were
Gone.
good. No, they just quit carrying them.
Gone. Well, I know Alexa's been trying to get those chips for her and they keep, not, get them for a while, boom, they're gone. So you'd buy them for like months and months and months, and then all of a sudden,
you go to get them.
They're gone. The number 1 thing that we wouldn't want to change: preferred hairstylist. Now, I will tell you,
I've changed hairstylists.
I have too. I have. I want it to be known that my hairstylist was great. She did I loved my hair. I loved the way she did my hair, but. Terry finally got it to where I said, just cut it. I think you were a little nervous.
Well, because you wanted it shorter and shorter and shorter on top.
And that's how I like it.
Okay.
And so I need a trim.
Okay.
You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, but anyway, that's now, I wouldn't want to change now because it's free. No offense to hairstylists because you guys do a great job. Everybody has to earn a buck. But for me, $25 just seemed like a lot of money. For me.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they do. I mean, if she is listening, sometimes they might be.
I think a lot of people, a lot of guys over COVID learned to just buzz their own with the clippers, put a 2 or 3 or 4 on there and they learned to do it. And now they're not going back. I feel bad for the hairstyle.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's how
a lot of business.
That's how you make right. Yeah, especially COVID probably hurt.
Yeah, I mean, because they were like, oh, I can't handle it anymore, and they just got a pair of clippers and clipped it off. You know.
I was going to try and. Oh, okay. So 2 things before we go to break, and then we're going to talk about things we love as adults but didn't like as kids. And 4,000 people go to the hospital for this reason, and. Your mind might be thinking about all these. Let me put it this way. It's not what you think. It's really out there. Really out there. Or in this case, really in there. We'll talk about that in a second.
Right?
Yeah, I figured you would get it if I said it that way. Okay, 3 words you cannot stand. So what are the 3 words you can't stand? And this is what the internet
that everyone says.
That someone says to you. Like if someone may say, boy, you look tired. Those are 3 words people can't stand. You look tired. Or voting doesn't matter. Although I have to admit, I'm not really sure anymore.
I know, but that's what BJ said to me.
I tell people to
She's
vote.
Like, I ain't never and those
Yeah.
people, I didn't. No one says they voted for someone and they made it in. How'd that happen?
Yeah, just go vote. We're pro. We've started voting the last
10 years.
10
or
years
so.
now. So, but I have to admit that it seems a little
The last
like
one.
it's a little out there.
When you talk to them and say, no one,
This is
few people.
This is a good one. These are words that people cannot stand. Not my job.
No, it's not.
I hear
my
that.
job.
Yeah, not my job.
Oh, I hate that. The janitors at school will
Yeah.
say that, and I'll be like, you know what? I'm the only one here at 7 a.m, and everything is my job. And if if a kid's throwing up, I go into the janitor's closet and I put the crap on it. You know what I mean? To start soaking it up. I do anything that happens because I don't care whose job it is. It's then if the nurse isn't there yet, I call home and say, "Hey, your child come off the bus throwing up. Come get your child." You know, I'm doing everyone's job until everyone gets there.
That's a nasty job. Though.
And
cleaning up vomit.
I never said it's not my job. I'm the only one there. I take care of whatever needs taken care of. The security company calls, "Hey, your alarm's going off." I go up and I try to shut the alarm off. I hate it when people say that.
Well, that's there you go. Words you cannot stand.
I can do everything, but you can't do anything.
You
can't answer the phone and say, "Good afternoon, Trinity Middle School."
Well, you can't say janitor. Is it custodian now? Or
It's custodian.
Isn't that their job though? Or no? Who does it fall under?
Like the maintenance guy used to always say, "That's not my job."
Well, it's not really.
Well,
but
if
he
he's
should be
the
able to
only
help
one
out.
there, if the janitor left or had to leave the building for something, or the custodian isn't there, then the maintenance guy should help me out with whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you say, the water's running out of the bathroom into the hallway, then the maintenance guy should go turn off the water, whether it's his job or not.
Well.
Because I end up doing it, and I don't know if I'm turning the right one off.
Maybe he's like me, and he'd throw up on top of the throw up, because that'd be me. Although I've been changing poopy diapers.
Oh, you have been.
Whew. He's been laying some lumber too. That little booger. I don't know what he's eating, but whew.
He eats anything and everything.
Trying to get him on the potty. We did get him to sit on the potty.
Yeah.
With his clothes on, but it's a start.
Yes, it is.
Because he doesn't say. Once he starts saying he has something in his pants, then you can start really,
says,
okay.
I poo-poo.
Yeah, he does say, I poop.
Well, that's because we tell him he stinks, and then he'll say, I poop.
Yeah, he says, stink.
Oh,
You
stink.
stink.
Oh,
Yeah,
you stink. And then,
that's 2 words he probably hates. You smell.
oh, I know, because he
You
throws
stink.
a fit. He doesn't want his diaper
No, he
changed.
hates his diaper changed. So those are 3 words you cannot stand. You look tired. Those are 3 words. Voting doesn't matter, and not my job.
Not my
And Terry
job.
really hates it, especially when someone throws up. So we were talking earlier about people, or some businesses wanting to get people back into the office. And they're finding that cubicles equal stress. A study found that cubicles cause higher stress levels in employees, reduce productivity, cause employees to work themselves into a non-ergonomic position. Is that how you say that?
I don't know.
While cubicles used to be an average 8 feet by 8 feet, they are now closer to the 5 by 5. And then they also, I don't know if you noticed, but there's shorter walls now. They kind of used to be a little bit taller walls. We kind of had a little, not a lot,
bit of privacy.
a little bit of. Now what they've done is they've shaved it off, so the bosses can see you
And make sure you're
when they
sitting
walk
at
around.
your desk.
Yeah.
They can see the top of your head and know that you're sitting there.
Right. And I think, people over the last 2 years have been working from home, and there are companies that want people to come back. In fact, there's, my son RJ was telling us that Pittsburgh wants to give businesses a tax break if they can get 80% of their workforce back into the offices. Now, that's all well and good. But when you have people that have worked from home for the last 2 years, there's going to be a turnover big time. I think there's going to be a lot of people not going back in, quitting and trying to find a job that
Or
has
they'll
that.
go back in until they find a home
Well,
job,
yeah.
and then they'll be quitting.
Maybe. that has that remote work style, that new flex schedule.
Because a lot of companies has figured out, why should I pay rent space when these people can do it from home? And guess what? I can get online and, hey, they're logged on or they're not logged on. Email them and say, hey, they didn't get back to me or they did get back to me. Then you know who's really working and who's not.
Right. So anyway,
there are ways to check to see if the work's done and if they're working or not.
Well, if cubicles are causing stress, then that could be part of the problem where people don't want to go back in, and I can understand that for sure. So just that alone, if you don't have
your job in facilities, you have to go in. You're the one running around.
Yeah,
and,
I don't.
You do the mail. You do the
I've been off the last. I got grandparents' days. Some people but we've been using. I've been using my grandparents' days, watching our children, and it is one of the. I will say it's a company that. Well, they treat me above and beyond. Hopefully, you can find a job for that where you don't have a cubicle stress. I'm hoping for the best. Coming up next, we're going to talk about 4,000 people going to the hospital, things you like as an adult but hated as a kid, and stretching the truth on your resume. That's coming up next. So you want to start a podcast. Maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun. And I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. Now, it is a lot of fun just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website, and all you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players, and you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter, and they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. So they had this, this is one of the ones I wanted to talk about before, where some people stretch the truth on their resume. If you're stretching the truth on your resume, maybe that job really shouldn't be yours. Well, it's hard to say what you're putting on there. So here's what some people are putting on. They did this, they ask hiring managers to share the most memorable or outrageous lies that they came across on people's resumes. One, the person invented a school that did not exist.
Invented a school?
Yeah, they just made up a school. Now, they're going to check. Well, some do, some don't. So maybe they thought they weren't going to check, that they went to.
Schools all want experience or, want education or whatever.
I'm trying to think.
So they invented a school on the resume. I went to.
I'm trying to think of Popcorn University.
Yeah, and it
doesn't even exist. Claimed to have worked for the hiring manager before, but never had. So they claimed that they worked for that person, but they never really did. Which is really, that's a red flag right there.
Yeah, like you wouldn't know that. Like you can check that one.
Well,
out
the
real
person's
easy.
going to know if you work, if they work with them or not,
Yeah.
for sure. Stretching the truth in your resume, one person claimed to be the CEO of a company when the candidate was an hourly employee. Wow, they really boosted themselves up pretty good.
CEO.
Yeah, I thought they were a CEO. Maybe they were a CEO of their own
Of their own
company.
little area.
Yeah,
Maybe they were the boss and they wanted rid of them.
like I'm CEO of this part of the couch right here.
Yeah.
I can just put it on my resume. And stretching the truth in your resume, listed military experience dating back to before he was born. Now, if you're going to list that, you would think you would do it to where you were born.
Oh, yeah.
Not listed back to before you were born. Now, that might have been a typo when they put the date in. Sorry about the dog in the background, because I heard on the last, we have
Could
the
you
front
hear
door open, and it picks up the dog. This dog,
There are 15 dogs
Yes.
or more if you
Just in this-
step on the front or
front
the back
porch.
porch.
15
So,
dogs
Yeah, all of our neighbors
surrounding
have
me.
dogs.
I am the only one that does not have one.
Most of the neighbors have more
Numerous.
than one dog.
Yes.
And did you notice the one that they had the two what do you call them, dogs? They just got a puppy
Oh,
with the two kids. They had. I remember how we know.
they used to have two
noticed that
dogs.
They had two dogs.
So now
and
they
they're
do
gone.
have two dogs.
No, now they have. They both were gone. They got a new puppy.
So they have two dogs again.
No, I think both of the other ones
Oh.
are gone.
Okay,
So now they just have one.
one. And finally, stretching the truth on your resume, claimed to have been a professional baseball player. Boy, people do anything to try and get a job. Although I don't know why that would influence a hiring manager, whether you played baseball or not. Unless you
it
were-
was a baseball.
Unless you were going
job.
for something with baseball, yeah.
Like unless it was recruiting or coaching or something like that.
But don't they do that? Don't they check that too?
Yeah,
Find out
I
if
would
you were
think
on a
they
team.
do. Yeah.
Find out what your batting average is. It was 0 because you never played. I mean, this doesn't make sense. Anyway, so that's stretching the truth. Have you stretched the truth on your resume? I can honestly say I haven't. I may have forgotten some things or didn't even put things on it because I figured
It didn't apply to
it didn't
this
apply.
job.
I mean, there used to be you would put on so many, depending on how far back you would go.
Jobs
Like
and
now I
duties.
wouldn't go
Like
back
you put
to-
jobs and duties.
Now that I'm in
and-
my 50s, I'm not going back to Foodland.
Why?
Well-
that was your sweet
well,
16 job.
Unless I was going
That
to be a
was where
stock
you
boy
met
again.
me.
That is where I met you. That is true. Terry seduced me in the produce aisle. Back
You
there.
wish. You wish.
She attacked me with a cucumber. But I mean,
You wish.
no, but if I was going for a supermarket job, then I was,
You'd say, hey,
then
yeah, I
I'd
did
say,
do this 30
I
years
stocked,
ago. 30, 40.
priced, did this sale. I don't know how they do things nowadays. That was back in the 80s. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I feel old.
Yeah, because
You
we had
know?
the pricing gun. You had to put the prices on. Now you just zip, zip, zip. Now
feel
they
like
put it
I'm-
all in the computer and you zip it through.
I'm sinking in my chair. 4,000 people, Terry.
Went to the
And
hospital for that.
Terry guessed it. She was
Sitting on something
She
or
had to-
having
and
something
then
up their rumpus,
off the
right?
rumpus. Yeah, 4,000 people.
The
are
noodle reminds me
hospitalized.
of Jerry Seinfeld and the macaroni up the rumpus.
The Fuselli Jerry. 4,000 people hospitalized with a foreign object lodged in their rectums. It's the first of its kind study. Instead of study. We have all these things going on, but we're going to find out what the object was that they put
up their butt.
up their butt. They did.
And why they would want to put something up their butt.
They estimated
That's
38,000.
the out button, people.
948 Americans aged 15 and up went to hospitals with embarrassing injury between 2012 and 2021, the equivalent around 3,895 per year. Men accounted for nearly 8 in 10 cases, so men
More than women.
more than women, with the most common group being males in their 20s, early 30s, who made up a third of all ER visits. Sex toys accounted for more than half the cases,
But they get stuck in there.
while other objects found range from, you ready?
Yeah.
Toy balls, marbles, or bottles, bottle caps, cans, drugs, and even stationery. Now, the drugs, people hide their drugs
Up there.
when they're
yeah.
taking, when they got to go away, because when they, they figured, well, if I'm going to get frisk, they, no, unless
Not going up into
unless
the
the dog
cavity
is
service.
sniffing your butt, and if you have the drug sniffing dog,
Sniffing your
and he's
butt.
sniffing your anus,
They might
then
do a cavity
They
check.
might do a
Cavity search.
Oh,
Like they do in
my
prison.
gosh.
Cavity check.
20% of cases also involved miscellaneous objects. Well, they didn't give a lot of details. But in one case, a previous case, there was, this is some of the things that were in the miscellaneous category. A light bulb. Maybe they had an idea. Bing.
They wanted to light it up with their
And
gas.
light it up, yeah. Dumbbells. I don't know. I'm just reading. Yeah, I don't even know how that is possible.
It was a
And
very small 2-pound dumbbell.
somebody had a World War I artillery show stuck in there. That was some of the miscellaneous objects of 4,000 people
Stuck
going
up their
to. Now,
rear
which
end.
group is likely to have a foreign object up the old buckus? In first, 20 to 24-year-olds, 25 to 29-year-olds come in second, and 30 to 34 third, and then it jumps all the way to 55 to 59 fourth, and then 50 to 54 fifth. So it kind of jumbles. For some reason, the little bit older
Generation.
people seem to, but men
Shine the women.
outshine the women when it comes to
Sticking things up them.
stick a light bulb. So we said, here's some of the other objects they talked about. Oh, we mentioned them all.
Yeah, we did.
Cans, ball, marble.
I can't
A
understand
writing
some of them.
implement. So that might be you're naked, you're writing something because you had forgot and you dropped it and fell at the same time.
Yeah, right.
And that's how it happened. It just happens all the time. I'm always thinking of ideas in the nude. Maybe some people like to jog, oh, I had an idea, but then they fall on a pen that's on the floor. I don't know. You tell me, Terry. I'm just
That's
telling you
gross.
people have stuff stuck in the butt. Told you. 4,000 people. If you need to find something, it's probably up there. Where's my keys? And every time you walk, jingle, jingle, jingle.
That's gross.
All right, so here's some things that we hated as kids, but we kind of like as adults. So here's some of the most relatable responses. Sleeping. As a kid, a lot of people, when I was a kid,
Well, look,
Sleeping.
Ben fights sleep so bad.
yeah, he wants to play, and that makes
and he
sense.
doesn't want to go to bed at night. And yeah, we easily go to bed when we're tired now.
This person said, the moment I wake up, I already start looking forward to going back to bed at night. Always hated it as a child. It was like a punishment. But as an adult, I love it.
Yeah.
I do like
Sleeping.
when we get good night's sleep. I do like, a good night's sleep. Some of the things we hated as a kid, but kind of like as adult or love, doing nothing. Wouldn't you like to just have a day where you
Just
could
relax.
do nothing?
Like I said, you said 16 friends, and then you named Fan and Beckett. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to have to chase
Yeah, you're going to be
those
busy
two.
there.
I need someone I can just relax and have a cup of tea with, or go have a drink and just, relax, chill.
As a kid, you always kind of felt uneasy when there's nothing to do. You know how they always say, there's nothing to do.
Yeah, I'm bored.
But as an adult, doing nothing is amazing. Just sit there, sipping coffee and daydreaming. We don't drink coffee, but we can daydream.
Or just rest for a while.
Or just, yeah. But see, then my whole thing is, I should be doing this or shouldn't be doing that. I hate that thought. Number 3. Boy, that dog is
really woofy.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Did you hear that, or did I
could
whisper
hear
it? Oh, you
I
heard
could
it.
hear
Number 3, vegetables. I like my vegetables.
I like most of them.
You know, Fenn's eating broccoli. I couldn't believe he was eating broccoli today. As an adult, we kind of like him, all of them. Turns out it was my mother's cooking that was bad, according to this person. Not my mom's cooking. Not you, Mom.
No.
I'm just reading this from somebody else, that their mom's cooking, although it's a vegetable. I mean,
It's a vegetable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
not
you
like
should-
that kind.
well, maybe, but I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to to cook. Some other things we hated as kids but love as adults. Eating at a restaurant. I thought as a kid I liked eating out.
We didn't do it very often. As a matter of fact, it was a treat, and it was a special occasion. It was usually someone's birthday when we went out.
Well, this person must have had to dress up, because it said as a kid I had to put on uncomfortable clothes, waited in a car, waited to get food, ate food that was subpar compared to how my mother made it, waited for adults to finish eating, then waited in the car ride back. As a child, it was a senseless experience with no end in sight. But as an adult, no grocery store, no cooking, no dishes. I can dress up and just walk to a restaurant, tell jokes, laugh with my friends, sip on a beer, whatever. Makes sense. As an adult, there is no cleanup. You know, today we were cleaning up all the leftover bowls that we ate. And some of this stuff ended up down
The garbage
the drain.
disposal.
Yeah, sorry.
Wasted food.
Yeah, some things we hated as a kid but love as an adult. Showering. As a kid, I thought it was boring and couldn't wait to get it over with. But as an adult, I love it. There's nothing like a nice hot shower. A lot of people are taking cold showers now, saying that it's supposed to invigorate you. The cold shower.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I know. You're not going to do that. I know you're not. Yeah, you can barely take the cold as it is. Heck, if it was, she'd probably have a sweater on now if you could find one. You know, you're always cold. You've always been that way. But you like showers, don't you?
I like hot showers, hot baths.
Well, you haven't taken a bath in
Oh, wow.
Long
Usually in
time.
the summer, I don't take as many baths. In the winter, when it gets cold, I like to get in the bathtub.
Now, here's
Nice.
one that I will disagree with. That you hate it as a kid but love as an adult. I can tell you as an adult, I hate this. Cities. Pittsburgh has done nothing to help me like it. Nothing. It's got a pretty land.
You hate the traffic.
You go through the tunnel, it's beautiful, right? See, but the traffic is just ridiculous. How you people sit in traffic going, I know you
Bumper to
have to, bumper to bunker.
And I'm going to be doing it
bumper
for
to bumper.
weeks here.
You know, coming home every day. I don't know how you do it. No wonder people drive like maniacs.
And remember, I'm retiring from my job to sit in traffic.
This person said, as a kid, as a kid, I found them ugly and overwhelming. With a few redeeming qualities, I still find them kind of stressful, but the opportunity to find all the cool stuff cities have to offer is totally worth a little stress from all the noise, cars, and people. Nope. No,
Not
thank
for
you.
Ron.
Not for me.
Nope.
Not for me. Number 7.
As a matter of fact, if he lived in the city, he would come out of the city to go to a restaurant.
Probably, yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Did I just pull the cord out? I think I did. Okay. Number 7. Things we hated as kids, like as adults. And this might be for some people. I've never been a coffee drinker.
Oh, yeah, we're not coffee.
So, this to you might really enjoy your coffee when you're at work.
They already let Finn have a couple sips.
Did they? Mm-hmm. As a kid, the smell used to make me nauseous. Now, I will say I like the smell of coffee.
Oh, I like the smell of it.
As an adult, it's one of the sweetest smells imaginable. So they like coffee as an adult. Some things we hated as a kid, but like as an adult. Number 8, when friends or family cancel plans. That's like, okay. I can it goes back to doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't want to, I want people to come over, but sometimes there is some stress factor involved when you have to come up with food.
Oh, yes.
You know, that's the biggest thing. Number 9. When I was a kid, I was deeply offended at the very concept of carrot cake. Who makes a cake out of carrots? It just seems so horribly wrong. Well, apparently this person likes carrot cake. It's amazing. I can't remember having a carrot cake.
My mom used to make carrot cake when it kind of tastes like a spice cake. I like carrot cake.
I don't know when last time I even had a carrot cake, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't make it. There should be a recipe in mom's stuff, but
I miss those. What is the one? I know it's not good for you, but you would put it in the freezer, and it was a bread, like a banana bread type thing, but you could say I want to say Amish something, but that's not it.
fruit cake.
No, you put it in a bag.
Oh,
You'd mix it.
sourdough Amish bread. Sourdough.
Is it Amish bread?
Sourdough Amish bread.
That was always so good. And you would make more, and you'd put some in the freezer, right?
Yeah, I have to get a start or something.
That was really
good. I used to have it on the cupboard, and every day you
Yes.
squeezed it, and then you added a cup of flour.
Yes,
and you added
that's right. That's right. It was
And then
really
you made
good.
up the loaves of bread, and
Right.
then you took 1 cup of starter out of it, and
To save for the next, so you always had it. Some other things you hated as a kid but love as an adult. When I was little, I avoided pink because it made you look girly. That's not a bad thing. Now I realize pink is fun, cute color, and I'm allowed to like cute things. I've wore some pink things. I have some odd color.
shrimpy
Yeah,
colored.
shrimpy, yeah. Grocery shopping. See, as an adult, I'm not crazy about
Oh
it.
God, I don't care for it.
Whenever my mom dragged me shopping, I hated it, but now I get excited when I go because it makes me feel important and responsible. Okay.
Not me.
When you buy that, my problem with me is
We buy extras.
I buy extras.
Then we get fat.
I'm getting ding dongs and ho hos and stuff I don't need. A ding dong sounds pretty good.
Sure does.
And a ho ho doesn't sound too bad either. Socks is a gift. New socks are amazing. I like socks. I don't mind socks. I mean,
Depends on how
I don't know if
many
I
you
want it
already
as.
got.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
if
I like cute socks. I remember I used to wear the ones with the bows on it, and
I don't know if I'd want socks. I mean, I wouldn't put it on my list. But if I got them, I wouldn't. They have a big. Now this would be you because the picture has these big, heavy,
fuzzy
thick
socks.
socks.
I've
How
got
your
some
feet
of
are
them
always
now, though.
cold. Yeah.
In the winter, I like warm socks.
Number 13, going on walks. I do like going walks.
Yeah,
We've been walking a lot lately.
I like walking the dog, walking you, walking whoever.
I never understood why my parents went on walks after dinner or on a weekend morning, but they're great for some low impact exercise. And it clears your head. You can have conversation. I do like
Good for your back.
It's good for your back. It's good for the
Circulation.
well, it's good for the if you're doing this thing on your phone where it tracks your steps. I am really behind on my steps.
I am today too because I didn't get my
I don't
butt
think
out
I'm
of bed.
gonna-
I didn't sleep very good last
I don't
night.
think I'm going to finish my
I'm not.
my circle. Hardware stores. Hated as a kid. Dad always drug me. I liked it as a kid. I like going to hardware stores. I didn't mind. Now you go look at everything and you think you need it. All the special saws
I can do with
that
hardware.
well, you're
stores.
not. Yeah, you're not. It's not like you're.
My problem with them is if I need something, and I take what I can't find one little nut that size or whatever you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's the last thing you look at. It's just a pain.
Some other things you hated as a kid, but love. Well, kind of love. This is kind of love. As an adult, sunscreen. I've been using a lot of sunscreen, but it still got me pretty dark. I was using a 50, and there was a picture of me with Fen,
And you look like a
I did not. I looked very, very, very dark. Very, very dark. I was surprised. After seeing the picture, like, holy crap! I've kind of faded, I think, a little bit.
I think you have because
I should put that picture up because it's like, wow.
I was like, who is that?
Yeah, who is that with the white hair?
Your hair looks really white too, and you've got some dark in your hair.
I hated it when my mom forced me to put on a ton of sunscreen every time there was a bit of sun. Now I'm thankful. Never forget. It's good to do because there's a lot of skin cancer going around. So if you get a chance, please put on
Sunscreen.
the sunscreen. Stinky cheeses. Some people, this one said, growing up, I couldn't stand sharp cheddar. I like some good sharp cheddar. I like
don't
cheese.
like feta, though.
I like cheese.
Blue cheese, I can live without blue cheese.
It says blues.
Stinky. Yeah, blue
I'm
cheese.
not crazy about blue, but I like cheese and crackers. That's good. And finally, some things you hated as kids but love as an adult, but I kind of liked it as a kid too. My mom's hugs.
Oh.
Who wouldn't want? That's a great way to end the show with mom's. Yeah, that's me. Something got loose. No, that's what it is. The computer. Who doesn't want a nice hug?
You always
from their
need
mom?
a hug.
You
from
need a
mommy.
hug, or from, if God forbid, if your mom's not around, someone that you're close with. Sometimes I think we were just coming in the car and they were talking about
Hugs.
people needing hugs.
Yeah.
Funny how that
She was saying that everyone needs hugs.
needs a hug. And your grandchildren.
Some people go all day without any hugs.
No contact at all. And I think we need that physical, just a hug, just to say everything's going to be all right. We got your back. There's something about a hug from your loved one that, especially your grandkids. Fen gave me a big hug on the way in because I told him I was at the wrong house. I said, I must be at the wrong house.
And he's like, no.
And he's like, Papa. He calls me something different all the time.
Pa.
God love him. Hey, thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Now, I've been hearing some rumors that YouTube is going to start. We have what's called an RSS feed, and they hadn't supported that. They're going to support that. So if they do that, then we can also put the audio version on YouTube. So and then eventually, if we get the cameras, which I don't know how I'm going to do that, but because I would have to try and find a way to figure that out. But subscribe to our podcast. We have a new episode coming out every Monday. And what's great is we're at season 3. And we went all summer. We did podcasts all summer long. Our short version. We're going to try and keep that up. But yeah, please subscribe. Don't forget to do that. Also, you can follow us on Facebook or Twitter, Just Talking Out Loud. And also, you can, if you want to contact us, you can actually do it on not TuneIn. It's Spotify, where you can actually leave a little comment in the comment section of the show. So we'd appreciate that too. And don't forget to share those little tidbits I send out on Facebook. Share them with your friends.
Nippets.
The little nippets. And you can also contact us at justtalkingoutloud@gmail.com. That's it for us. We are out.
Have a great day.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.